rr-mot, 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 rr-mot. Hi again everyone, welcome to another Oy'Nissh vlog. In this video I'll be doing a spring foraging for nettle. In a previous video during February I showed you places along the river's path that you could possibly find nettle, but chances are nettle is everywhere along the path, both on the left and right hand side. So it's not just one area that you'll be able to find it, it's all over. However, today I'm choosing just one spot. They're quite small still because nettle tend to grow a lot taller than they are now, but when they're small and tender, that's when I tend to prefer them, maybe to make soup. But again, I think you can do the same when they're a bit older, before they start to flower, maybe in May. I believe about May they start to flower. But I'm going to get a little bit of nettle so I can make some soup later. So I'm going to take it to an area where you can find a lot more. Then in February they were a lot smaller, but today I'm taking you along a hillside that the nettle plant is dotted quite nicely along, which is ideal because there's a lot in one area. Sometimes it's easier to find it on the plain, but as you can see right along the path on the left and right hand side, it's filled with wild leek and garlic just now. Later on the nettle will burst through all the greenery, but I'm going to take you along that hillside where there are a lot of nettles. So this is Musselburgh, and as I always said, you know, about Musselburgh and foraging, it's for all the people to enjoy, you know, getting a bit of stuff. So when you do forage, you do it with discretion, you know, take a little at a time so that everyone else can get some. So this is just one area where you can find nettle, but compared to February, as you can see, the nettle plants are a lot larger now, a lot larger. But again, this is still small in comparison to what their normal sizes when just before the flower. But right along the hillside, you can find, you can see the nettle plant. Stinging nettle, or in Oy'Nissh, rr-mot. Yes, so plenty of rr-mot plants. Here we've got some more nettle. Yeah. So just this cluster alone. So can you imagine just this cluster alone, this small patch? When they're at peak fitness, they're about this height, I think. So there'll be a lot more to add. And right along the hillside, we've got more nettle right along. So this is ideal, except obviously on the plain it's a lot more easier to forage for. But you know, you don't always get things easily. And just next to it we've got some wild garlic, but the focus here is on nettle right along the hillside. Plenty of nettle, and as I said, they're still quite small compared to the size that they can grow to. But today I'm going to get a little bit to take home so I can make some soup. So I've got my container here. I'm not going to even fill it, you know. And I've got a scissors. I believe it's always handy to have a scissors to cut the nettle, and also a gloves. Well, if you've got a scissors, you probably don't need a gloves, but maybe it would be good to have a gloves, at least one glove to hold the nettle, and then you use the scissors to cut. Or alternatively, you just put the they plant near to the container and then cut the nettle into it. So I'm going to have to put the pro onto the head pro just now so I can do the foraging. So you can see how I go about cutting and so forth. But you know, I haven't checked this bit to see if there are any more nettle. Let me just check down here. As I said, there are nettle plants all along the path. It's everywhere. So it's not just one area that you'll find it, but I'm just showing you just one little patch that you can find much nettle. And here we go again. You're even closer to the level path. Loads of nettle. Look. It's amazing, isn't it? They're just everywhere. Right along the hillside, along these dry branches. And here we've got some. Yeah. And let's see if we can identify some more. Seems like it does well along the hillside and along, well, I wouldn't say this path here. It's just a few along the path, but the hillside seem to have a lot more in this region of along the River S path. But right along, as you can see, all that greenery are nettle plants, yes, or rr-mot in Oy'Nissh. Look, it's just so much of it. I don't want to go too far from my bag. No, it's up there. So springtime is here, and just as predicted that you'll start to see them coming into season. But nettle isn't full into season. I wouldn't say, I would give it until April, maybe mid to end of April, when they are a lot larger. If you're going to get anything regarding nettle now, it's just maybe tips, tender leaves for cooking and so forth. Yeah, but other than that, it's normally April going into May, even June. Here we've got some more. Yes. And some more here. Right, I think it'll be a bit more difficult to get the ones between the branches, the dry branches, unless you step on them and break them, I guess. But here we've got some too. Nettle are quite hardy stuff. They probably grow anywhere, you know. Yeah. They're highly revered, you know. Obviously they sting, they itch a lot. Okay, so I'm foraging for some of the nettle or rr-mot. So I just need a little bit more. They're quite small. They're in season officially in April going May, June. So this is just for making some soup, just a touch. As you can see in this container, it's just a little bit without foraging everywhere. This should be enough. There we go. Hopefully you can see. I have to adjust this stuff, so it can be a bit challenging having to use the handheld and then the headpiece to get it right. So hopefully you can see it quite okay. As you can see, this entire region is covered with it, and they'll get a lot larger, you know. So it's quite promising, and the entire hillside is covered with it. So I just got a little from here, and this is enough. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so I've got the nettle. I show you what it looks like. So this is it. See, it's quite a tiny container. Just enough for a day or two's worth of soup. But as you can see, the leaves are a lot larger than they were when I showed you in February. They were very tiny then, and they're a lot larger, but yet they do get larger than this still, in essence. So yes, things are just looking a lot more lush in Musselburgh than last month. So it's a plus that we can see things coming into season. This is what it was like during February. Remember, they were this small, and in contrast, they are this size now. Generally, let me just show you. As you can see, there's a large increase in size. No, probably the leaves and the height, but as I said, they do get a lot larger than this. But it's just how the season works. Things just naturally happen in a region like the Musselburgh area along the River's path. It's a very great place for nature walking, for dog walking, you know, to chill, but also I find it a great place to forage for nettle or rr-mot in Oy'Nissh. So hope you'll enjoy this vlog, and you can share it with your friends, your family, and the folks in Musselburgh, because this is their area. I'm sure they love this bit, and it's a great place for them to enjoy the bounties of this area. So to the Musselburgh people, big up, one love, God bless you.